Hello, this is Dr. Jester, and this is a tour of one of my classes. This is to show you where to find information within the course. Now, depending on which class you're in, this might be a different class. So this is a lifespan development class, but no matter what class you're in, my courses are set up the same. So this should help you find everything you need. I'm currently in the student view, so this is exactly what the class should look like to you. At the start of term, there will be a box right here that's the start box. This gives you links to the things that you need most immediately, such as the syllabus, the course contract, which is something that all students need to electronically sign in order to get access to the first graded modules. Now, what's in this one will vary depending upon the particular class. I also always have my office hours up on the main page. Access to a calendar, which has a list of everything, when modules open, when things are due. And then there's a course quick links. These are some of the things that you may need to use throughout the term. And again, these will vary depending upon which class you're in. Once we've gotten a week or two into the class, I move this start one down and move the quick links up so that you have easy access to those. You'll also notice something right up here called the news. Now, currently there's nothing in here because the term hasn't started yet when I'm making this recording. But I do use the news extensively. I use it to announce when things are available. I use it for reminders. I use it to tell you things about grades or to give feedback relevant to the entire class. So make sure you always read the news. Now, you'll notice at the top here that all of my classes are also structured the same in terms of the toolbar and how you access other things up here. There are slight variations in that some classes have additional tools on here. But for what you need, almost everything will be right here. Content is accessed directly to the content within the course, which is our modules, the quizzes, all of that. There's a link to the quizzes, so if you've been working on a chapter and you just want to skip right to the quiz rather than looking through the content for it, you can do that. Same with discussions, Dropbox assignments. Email is in two places. There's a little email icon up here that'll give you a notice when there's an email, and there's an email link here. For classes that have checklists, there's checklists and rubrics. I use rubrics as part of the grading of all of the discussions and writing assignments in my classes, and those rubrics are available for you to look at ahead of the assignment due date. I highly recommend looking at that because it literally spells out for you how I'm going to be grading it. And then here's access to your grades. I'm also going to go into a few things to show you some additional information. So for instance, right now I'm going to go into email. Now sometimes you'll see a notice up here that says you've got email coming in. The way that you get to that is you go into your email and you check. But if it's not set to all messages, if it's set to a specific class, you will only see the emails from that class. So if it's saying you've got a message but you're not finding it, make sure to set this filter by to all messages. Now, other things to show you in content, you'll be able to scroll through on the left side all of the different content modules. Notice though, my modules are always set up to open on a certain date. So as a student right now, I can see the first day module with semester resources, which includes the syllabus, but I can't get access to some of the later modules. I'm going to show you how to look at the Dropboxes and discussions as well. So this is an example of a Dropbox. Again, we've got due dates, we've got when things open, we've got the value of them, and you'll be able to come back here and get your feedback once things are graded. The same with discussions. Here in discussions, you start with a couple of different help discussions, and again, these may vary a little bit depending on the class. And then later on, discussions will appear that are the graded discussions, and they appear as each date comes up. So if I was in the professor view, I'd be able to scroll down and see all of them, but you will see the discussions as they become available. Quizzes are listed here, and again in the student view you can see the dates that they're available, and once they're available then you can click on them and take them. But again, keep in mind that in the content, everything is in here as well. So here's Module 3. Most of my classes, but not all, have some sort of overview. Sometimes it's a checklist, sometimes it's a page. There's always lessons, which are generally video recordings, but occasionally written lessons. There's the activities within the module, and then there's instructions on the assignment, where to submit the assignment, and the quiz. Once you've gone through everything in this module, including anything that would be on this checklist or on a introduction page, then you're done this module. I do recommend doing things relatively in the order that they are on here, and make sure that you do your readings before you take the quiz, because it's very important that you know where to find things when you're taking the quizzes. You'll learn more about that in another video. All right, hopefully this is a good overview. If you want to go back to the Brightspace homepage, you can click the home here. If you want to switch to another class page very quickly, you can click here. Now I've got certain pins that are up the top, but yours will be different. This means that there's some updates that are being announced. And if you have any questions on where to find anything in the course at any time, please feel free to let me know.